Okay, now we can start. We're good. Thank you.
Now pay attention to this. I want everybody to look at this. Okay, so now what's the relationship of this one to the previous one? Now, but don't say anything right away. What's the relationship of this one to the previous one? But don't say anything right away. What is the relationship of this one to the previous one? Don't say anything right away.
Okay. Like I got anxious. There's the face.
Okay, so what is it?
More inferior.
Yeah, more. How do you know that?
There's no body or almost no body.
No body of the corpus callosum. In fact, there is no body visible, and we just see the two forceps.
Body.
Okay.
Nobody.
So now you should be able to identify all the key things on this.
Okay, go ahead. Run that down.
Head of caudate. Now, I'd like to actually show these and ask people to tell me what they are before I identify them.
We haven't seen septum pellucidum yet.
So,
I like him a lot.
what are these?
Lateral ventricles.
A lot of money for that book for us. And it's going to be a scratch and sniff. No
What are these?
Posterior horns of the lateral ventricle.
Yeah,
Or do you want the
which
poles?
horns?
The gray horn.
No, there are no gray horns. Ventricles. There are horns of gray matter in the spinal cord. But those are solid entities.
So where is this again?
The anterior horns of the lateral ventricle.
Anterior. Okay, I said posterior. Yeah, I can't see.
These are posterior horns over here.
He helped the other way.
Yeah, exactly. Threw me off.
Okay, I'm just going to show things a number of times because what time does that say it is?
It's 4.
It's 3:15.
What the
Okay.
It's 3:15. You don't have your
Okay, so look at what?
you don't have your computer with you, right?
No, today it's all wet stuff.
Oh, I see.
No, there's no Ralph today.
No, Ralph.
Okay, get closer to this and I'll show these things over in this part of the room. And then I'll go over there and repeat the demonstration. So look at this. Anterior forceps minor. Anterior horns of lateral ventricle. Septa pellucida, fornix, heads of caudate nuclei, anterior limb of the internal capsule. See that? Genu of the internal capsule, posterior limb of the internal capsule. Globus pallidus, putamen. The claustrum, I think, is very faint. You're just going to be a very thin line. The thalamus, third ventricle, interventricular foramen of Monroe. See over there.
That's a lot of things on there.
And then, but very faint on this one. There's the putamen. Then there's external capsule, claustrum, extreme capsule, insula, and lateral sulcus. Okay.
I don't see any of that.
It all looks
It's
the
like
same.
gray.
Well, that is
It just looks like
the-
one mass.
yeah. Over here, the claustrum is really not very visible.
You're not gonna ask on this one.
No. But the
Okay.
putamen and the globus pallidus show. You know, the dark of the putamen, light of the globus
I don't
pallidus.
see that. It looks all one
Yeah, the
tone to me.
putamen is kind of.
You see, it's darker over here.
That's a putamen.
Yeah, and then over here. Now watch it because you see at this angle, I only see reflection.
Right.
But at this angle, I don't see the reflection. You have to have the right angle.
Right.
Putamen, globus pallidus. So move your head so you don't see reflection.
It still looks the
Putamen.
same.
It still looks one color to me.
No, it's too cold.
No, it's
Can we like
two.
dye them? And
Putamen, globus pallidus. See?
I must be blind.
Posterior limb of the internal capsule, thalamus.
you do wear Coast bottles.
Yes, I do.
Why are you people farting over there?
Excuse me.
Bird,
Okay,
hold
so
it, please.
now
Try to control yourself.
Now we get the chance.
take a look over here.
Good, I like this side of the table.
Yeah, we're smarter
Anterior
and better.
forceps,
Anterior forceps.
Sorry.
anterior horns of lateral ventricle,
Anterior horn of lateral ventricle.
septum pellucidum and fornix, Yeah, and actually it's fornices, because there's a left fornix and a right one. There's really two of them there.
That's the column, too.
Head of chordate over here. See, head of chordate. Heads of chordate. Anterior limb of the internal capsule. Genu of the internal capsule. Posterior limb of the internal capsule. Lentiform nucleus, you see over here, with globus pallidus and the putamen. Now, what is very faint over here, I think the claustrum is almost invisible. So out over in this region, we have the external capsule, the claustrum, and the extreme capsule, but the claustrum doesn't show well on this particular one. No. Now, over here, we have the insular gray and the lateral sulcus. Here, it's, so we know this is the anterior limb of the internal capsule because it shows better on this side, because this is a little too high on this side. Here's the head of the chordate, anterior limb of the internal capsule, lentiform nucleus. So the anterior limb is bordered by the head of the chordate and the lentiform. Then here we have the posterior limb bordered by the lentiform and the thalamus. And then here we have the posterior forceps. So there's all, and this is how I will ask things on the midterm. I'm going to show them on these sections.
Wait a second. Posterior horn of lateral ventricle?
Yeah, we have those over here. Posterior horns of lateral ventricle. Of course, on all of these we have the longitudinal fissure.
Okay, here it is.
Now, there's a parietal occipital sulcus back here, but it's difficult to see on this one because things got scrunched together back over here. So I wouldn't ask that on this one.
Would you ask atrium of lateral ventricle? Did I hear you say that?
Yeah, that's just the cavity inside. I could in a number of locations. That's just the cavity within the ventricle. Okay, so this one has a lot of stuff that can be shown. Now,